Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Hailey Frances with Russ, Lyon, Sotheby's International Realty. I am a realtor and local market expert here in Arizona, and this is the Valley Homes Zoom series where I bring on other local experts to talk about all things that happen during the home buying and selling process and make it much easier for all of us to understand. Today, I'm talking with Nancy Pierson with Equity Title Agency. Nancy, thanks so much for talking to me.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here, Hailey.
Working with home buyers frequently, one of the things that comes up is, where do I have to send my checks? Who do I owe money to right after we put a contract in? And once a contract is accepted, we're dealing with something called an earnest money deposit. And that's something that often goes to the title company that they're working with. So can you talk to me just a little bit about the process of earnest money and where it goes and where it's held?
Sure. Yes. Well, earnest money, first of all, is the buyer's commitment that they will be purchasing the home. And this is a requirement on the purchase contract. So the escrow company is the neutral party. So we're the ones assigned to hold that earnest money. It will be held in a non-interest bearing account. Typically with a loan involved, an escrow period would be, let's just say 45 days, once in a while, 30 days, depending on the circumstances. If there's a contingency, it could be longer. But the earnest money is held in this account for that time frame, and then it's going to be credited towards the sales price. So it stays safe and sound with the escrow agent.
Excellent. And if you're a home buyer, once your contract is accepted, that money needs to get to the equity company pretty quickly. So talk to me a little bit about the timeline and actually how the money gets to the company.
Yes, there's just a few days of timeline that is offered for the earnest money to be deposited, and that technically opens escrow. So it's a personal check is actually accepted. As long as there's time for it to clear the bank, that's very important. If it's an out-of-state buyer, you certainly can wire funds. Wiring to the title company is a very common method to get earnest money in. But if they're local, Equity Title has a courier service that will actually go out to the buyer's home or workplace and pick up an earnest money check if that makes it more convenient. Sometimes, Hailey, you're asked to deposit it on their behalf, pick it up, the check, and deposit on their behalf, or the client can bring it down to our office personally. So any of those methods work. And once it's deposited, they receive a receipt. And actually all parties receive a receipt because the seller's agent wants to make sure the earnest was deposited, and we're ready to go.
Excellent. Okay. Anything else that you want to share with our viewers about the process of taking in earnest money?
Actually, it's an easy process, and there's nothing to be afraid of because it's a secure account that it's held in. And as I said earlier, it is credited towards the sales price. So there is a reason for that earnest money. They can rest assured that it's going to get credited, and it's just part of the escrow process to make sure everybody is in on the purchase of the property.
Excellent. Nancy, thank you so much for your time. I really
You're welcome.
appreciate it. I have included Nancy's contact information and contact information for Equity Title Agency in the description below. Feel free to reach out to them if you have any questions. And if you have any questions about home buying or selling, you can always reach out to me. My contact information is there as well. Nancy, we'll see you next time. I appreciate your time.
All right. Look forward to it. Bye-bye.